I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Eric.
And today we're going to tackle a movie that Eric has never seen before.
Never seen it.
It is the Bruce Timm verse animated film Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. This came out in 2003. And Eric, there's been some question as to whether or not this counts as canon.
I would guess that it doesn't because it's never mentioned again.
It isn't, but there are other things like that, right? Sub-Zero's never mentioned again either.
Well, but no, it is because when we go to the new Batman Adventures, we have Mr. Freeze and his wife's unfrozen and stuff.
Well, that's
part of what drives him crazy.
That's true, but here's the thing. So this fits in, sandwiched in between a couple of shows. Mm-hmm. So this was made obviously post the fourth season stuff, post Adventures, and
it was made
post. Yeah, it was made post Batman Beyond, and even after Return of the Joker, and so this is the only thing that goes back into the new Adventures continuity, and it is, and I haven't seen this in a long time, but it is like set somewhere between the end of that show and what happens in Return of the Joker with this stuff, and there's not very much that contradicts stuff. There's really no reason it can't be set in continuity.
But I feel like
it is an Alan Burnett script. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like it is that team. They are there's really no reason to not consider it in continuity except for the fact that people don't love it, and also the one thing that I remember being kind of weird about it is that Barbara Gordon is going to college for the first time, and you'd think she'd be older than that, and it's weird because she and Tim Dick Grayson had a thing in Sub-Zero, and that makes him like 3 years older than her. So but I mean, you can explain it away by saying that she's just now finally getting around to it, I guess.
Well,
but
I mean, she'd be 18, he could be 21. That makes it
Bruce
her thing a lot weirder.
That weirder, yeah. And that I think is mentioned and dealt with in this. So like there are things from that series that it's trying to wrap up a little bit too. So I don't know. We'll see when we watch it. But
okay, I always assumed it wasn't canon because it never comes up in Justice League, and they when you get to Unlimited, they bring everything in. And I would think if they considered it canon, they would bring her back. I mean, they bring everything back. They bring Phantasm back for Epilogue.
That's a good point.
So I just always assumed I was always under the impression that it wasn't much like Brainiac.
But things can be canon and.
But I didn't know Alan Burnett wrote it.
But yeah, and Brainiac Attacks has some things that are blatantly against that continuity, and it just doesn't even feel like the same thing. This kind of does. So you'll see when we watch it. It's really interesting, and we bring back Rupert Thorne, which we hadn't done in a long time, and he wasn't in the season 4 stuff.
Yeah.
And they had to redesign him. They had to make a new design for this, just for that character.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of neat. So anyway, we're going to go and watch this.
You said everything we have interesting to say about this movie.
No, I wanted to say that, and I did a little bit of reading before this to see if people consider it canon anymore, because I remembered it being not considered canon, and I can't find a definitive answer. It's real. People argue about it. So anyway, if you want to watch it with us, get your DVD. I don't think this is on Blu-ray, but however, you can watch it and get it past all the menus, get it to timestamp 0, and get ready to press play when we say now. Eric and I are going to chat as much as we can, but this is a movie that I don't know very well, and Eric has never seen, so we're going to do certainly some watching along with our talking, and as always, this is this is just us watching a movie and chatting about it a little bit. You folks can watch along with us. It's a real informal. Anyway,
this episode, charades.
Yeah, three words. First word. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
One syllable.
Warner Brothers Family Entertainment. I never would have gotten that. I never could have gotten that with charades.
They're still doing the Bugs Bunny on the Warner Brothers logo. That's interesting. I thought that had gone away by now.
Well, we didn't have a whole lot of direct-to-DVD stuff right here. It's weird how late this feels. I mean, how late this is. Going back to this material.
Those buildings are crooked. Hey, look! It's a real drawn car.
Yeah.
It already puts it above most of the animated stuff we'll be covering later. Real drawn cars.
That's true. Okay, we get it. He's driving fast.
Yeah, but the car doesn't seem to be moving that fast, which is weird. He doesn't look like he's going 80 miles per hour. Well, maybe.
Well, I think they're caravanning. It's a bird. No, it's a Batwoman.
Okay, I don't know who she is, but it's going to have to explain to me that she can afford that.
Yeah.
She's all silvery. That's an interesting decision.
It's an interesting suit. I would like it better without the pink gloves, I think.
I guess they are pink. I just thought they were light red, but I guess that's what pink is.
Thanks for defining pink. That guy looks like he should be a beatnik poet. I'm not sure what he's doing with these guys.
There's a joke in the web series where somebody gets pink armor, and he's like, "Sup, pink? It's light red." And they're like, "That's what pink is."
I don't want to spend this whole time just trying to deduce whether or not this should be considered canonical with the rest of this. And as always, who cares if the story's good? But I do think it's kind of interesting that she has what is essentially the Batman Beyond symbol before we get to Batman Beyond. And obviously, that's got to be intentional. They're probably trying to seed that retroactively, saying maybe Bruce Wayne got that from her.
I want to say that, like, this movie was immediately poorly received, because when this comes out, I'm watching Justice League, I'm watching Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still keeping up with all this, and I don't watch this movie.
This came out right after I graduated from high school, and Sarah and I had just started dating. And I remember exactly when this came out. My parents had to go out of town that weekend to go to Iowa, and I had to work, so I was going to be nowhere for Thanksgiving. So I went to Thanksgiving at a friend's house, and he and I rented this.
Oh.
And it was just after it came out. One of the last things I rented at a Blockbuster Video. This score is real synthesized and not great.
Yeah, I remember that my
It's
library had this, and I still never rented it. Like, I had opportunity to see this film, and I just never did.
I'm liking how authentically this is all looking, but the score should be better.
Yeah. That's like the kind of hat Vince wears, but it's backwards. Vince should consider wearing it backwards.
Music here is by Lolita Ritmanis, no one I've ever heard of.
How'd you know there was a lake there? I didn't. Alright, so I'm already having the issue I have with a lot of these opening action scenes in these animated films.
Did you get to the point?
I'm bored.
Get there, yeah. Yeah, but it all looks fine.
No, it does.
But it does feel like it's stretching.
Yeah. I get it. There's a Batwoman. A woman of bats. If you will.
We've got Man of Bats. We could do Woman of Bats.
She's got scalloped.
Well, that's interesting. That bit of the score, it sounds like it's going to Batman Beyond on purpose. I'll have to keep watching for this. It seems like maybe there's an intended fusion, trying to get us toward Batman Beyond.
That cut to black lasted too long.
Yeah.
It seemed like a commercial break. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Just give me a real orchestra, guys.
This looks really cheap.
Yeah.
The title sequence.
If you're gonna do that, then just put it on TV.
I mean, it's a bummer because that Batman thing looked cool, but
I don't know about that Batmobile either.
I don't know. That was kind of a cool Batmobile. It's kind of 80-90.
It's a weird fusion of stuff.
Yeah.
Or is that what the car looked like in?
No, I don't think so.
In the. Okay, so I was just looking up Shirley Walker's dates to be sure. I didn't think she passed yet, and she hadn't. She doesn't pass away until 2006. So I'm not sure why they didn't go to her, or maybe she had retired, or I don't know much about her last few years. So maybe she was already sick. I'm not sure.
This is all real generic. Like, It's like it's
trying to be jazzy, noirish.
I meant the footage. We're just showing like really generic images that are either repurposed from later in the film, or they're just really generic animation
that they made for this intro.
Yeah, which feels like it should be a theme song, but it's not. Like, this isn't how you do credits to a movie.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, I like that. That looks good.
Yeah,
and I like the jazzy music, but I don't know about this story.
Yeah, they're trying really hard to tonally set it apart from other things they've done.
Oh, it's written by Michael Reeves. Yeah, and if this movie is the...
Okay, I thought Alan Burnett wrote it.
Yeah, no, he's just story.
But, okay.
But Michael Reeves is someone.
Yeah.
I want to say he's worked on a bunch of this stuff.
Like, it's Mystery of the Batwoman, so that's supposed to sound all mysterious and kind of, I guess, effeminate. Although, that would be kind of a fun story to tell. Selena Kyle comes up with a reason to put on a batsuit.
Yeah.
Well, why did Batgirl do it?
Yeah, again, we enter into that weird vigilante question, where he's like, the last thing Gotham needs is a vigilante. Well, and you've trained like 3 of them.
And Bruce, I know you have a tendency to do this, but you're making too big of a deal out of the fact that it's a woman. And Alfred's like, in some species, the female is deadlier than the male. Like, I don't know, why do we have to do that? Like...
And that would be relevant, Alfred, if she was Premantis woman.
Is that true of bats? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, it is kind of a world where it's, I guess, more of a man's world because it's so throwback on only the 20th century, and because and he doesn't have a whole lot of female villains.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be unusual, I suppose, but right out the gate, it does feel like the movie is selling itself too much on. Look, we've got a mysterious female, maybe protagonist, maybe antagonist.
But he faces off against enough female villains that I don't think it would be comment worthy.
Yeah, I'm questioning it. I don't know.
I mean, even some of the more generic ones like Red Claw, like there's. I hate that design.
Ooh, I hate that voice. And by hate, I just mean it's weird because it's not his old voice.
Yeah. Hey, I know you. You voice a lot of things. I can't think of any of those things off the top of my head, but I know you.
I like that Penguin design to a degree, because it's real classic.
Mm.
Like just the shape of the torso and stuff is real old school classic.
It's his face. I don't.
Yeah,
it's too underdesigned.
But I had the superpowers. I think it was the superpowers line from the 80s Penguin figure, and it looks like that.
His monocle disappeared.
That is such a useless superpower, Eric.
Disappeared monocle.
Why would you want that? So do you know anything about this? Have I spoiled this?
No.
Okay, that's good.
You've told me that I'll know who she is like immediately, and they'll play it like a mystery, but I'll know. I'm gonna guess there's one new female character that's gonna be her.
No, that's not exactly what happened. Okay, well, you'll see it when we get there.
Okay.
I was wondering if you, coming into this, already knew the mystery of the Batwoman.
Is it her? Is she the mystery?
Well, I can't tell you anything.
Okay.
You'll have to find out for yourself.
I'm gonna assume it's whoever's last name is Kane.
Yeah, and one thing that's kind of weird about
this... That's what Cap says to me every time I walk in the
door.
Hey,
where you been, man? One thing that's odd about this is there is a Batwoman, even in the comics, old school, even well before the Batwoman we have now, and we don't really do any of that stuff with this. It's kind of a totally new made up thing.
Well, that's all right. I mean, Batwoman doesn't really exist after Batgirl's creation. Like, we don't really use
that's true.
her at all until we create the new one in 52. Finish it good.
You know, that was almost what we called Bat Chat, but we ended up...
Yeah.
We ended up at the last minute going with Bat Chat instead of Bat Watch.
Just using that logo.
And there's anorexic Gordon again.
So how do you feel about his hair? Because you're always complaining about his hair being too curly. Now
Once we got to Adventures, it's not so goofy. But now the character model's weird. He looks kind of anorexic in the face.
He's getting up there in age.
Yeah, and see, they're intentionally trying to make him look a little bit older here.
Are you young or are you just dumb?
He's both.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah,
that's really creepy.
It's not just creepy. It makes Bruce seem kind of more morally ambiguous than you would want him to be, mostly because of who that is. That he would do that to Gordon.
Mm. Oh, that's creepy. I mean, even if he's like 28.
Yeah, it's a 10-year. It's at least a 10-year difference.
Batman just did that. Can't even break it up. But he's smart. He didn't go. He rumpled paper, which is a smart. Like, let's say she took like a year or two off. She's like, let's say she's like 20 or 21. Like, it's not as creepy, but I can't even buy that he's 28.
Well, and also with all the history. I mean, that means at the beginning of the show, when he brings on Dick Grayson as his ward, he's like 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get the sense at the beginning of the animated series that he's been around a while, even though he hasn't fought a whole lot of his villains yet. It's not exactly year one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is she the
But that's not
Batwoman?
But that's not this movie's problem.
Mm.
Like, that's not this movie's fault.
No, that's a weird thing in season 4.
That's season 4.
Well, it seems like a weird thing with Bruce Timm in general.
Yeah.
He likes that idea.
And anytime it doesn't come up much, but anytime I see this movie come up online, inevitably that's what people start talking about, is that Bruce Timm just cannot get over his Batman Batgirl fetish.
It's like Play-Doh, but I don't have to have any talent.
You mean you could just look at it and it turns it into things that you recognize? Cool.
Hey, they're eating sushi. I like sushi. I had Batman sushi the other day.
Yeah.
So did you?
He's not kidding. And it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, there's this place that Eric went, and he brought me home some, where you could get Batman sushi and Superman and Wonder Woman.
And Spider-Man. I don't know if there was a Superman. There was definitely a Spider-Man, Wonder Woman.
Oh, I thought you said there was a Superman one.
I don't remember. There may have been.
Yeah, can you believe this innovation? The art without any artistic talent? Although, if they're gonna... Isn't that weird? Her name is Rocky.
Why did she throw it? Well, I mean, Rocky's short for Roxanne. Like, I could kind of see that happening.
I get it's just a weird choice that you would think to do that. I like that particular bat signal.
I think the top's a little too long.
Oh, that's what I like about it.
Okay.
I wouldn't want that one all the time, but I think it's kind of cool. It's weird, though, because that's not the bat signal that it's shooting on the actual...
Is that Montoya? Is that what she looked like in season 4?
No, I think that's a different character.
Okay. I was going to say, because that's a radical redesign, but that's kind of how she dresses.
I may be wrong, though. And again, I don't know this movie. No, it's not. There's no phaser rifle that has ever looked like that. See that's Sonia Alcana.
Why isn't it just Renee Montoya?
Because we gotta introduce a bunch of new female characters, so you'll wonder which one is Batwoman.
Oh, so sure. So they don't just... Okay. Well, at least they're smart enough to do that. When you said, like, it's really obvious who it is, I assumed there was one new female character. And who could it be?
It will become really obvious, though.
Okay.
Wait till you see it. It's weird the way they play it. If I'm remembering it correctly, it's been years since I've seen this.
Oh, of course, because this is before.
Because it's kind of dull and generic, and I don't think to go back to it. Okay, I'm liking that car more and more as I'm looking at it.
No, I like it.
From the back, it's really cool. I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, for a second I thought...
I really want Jack Skellington to show up at this warehouse and go, "What's this?" Because it's bric-a-brac.
For a second I thought it was going to be like a club because it was a neon sign. I was like, oh, this is before Paul Dini's run where he introduces the Iceberg Lounge. I think Paul Dini creates the Iceberg Lounge.
No, the Iceberg Lounge is in this movie.
Okay, so Paul Dini
already predates this.
Create it. Okay. I was always under the impression that was the thing Paul Dini created.
At least I think it's in this movie.
Oh no, we should have standing on conveyor belts.
But again, this is in 2003. He could have already created that.
No, because his run starts.
You mean you think he created it in the comics?
Yeah, okay. I thought it was created during his run on Detective.
No, Dixon does it.
Oh,
okay. 1995.
Okay. That's just me not knowing my Batman history.
Well, it's in No Man's Land.
Is it? Okay. I didn't remember that.
That, if memory serves, that's where I first saw it, but I could be mistaken.
By the way,
I've seen it in so many things since then, it's hard to remember where I first saw it. But
Paul Dini's Detective run needs to be retraded. Those trades are crazy expensive. There's only like 3 of them. You could do one big book.
I know I talk about score a lot, but I really feel like if we had the right music here, we could be really amping up the excitement of this movie. Like, I think part of the reason it's moving so slow is just that it doesn't have the score to match what we're looking at. You can cover a multitude of sins with animation by just having driving music to help move you along.
Well, part of it is I don't care about who Batwoman is because I don't understand what makes her special. Like, there's nothing about her that makes me be like, oh, I'm really interested to know more about this character. She's just another crime fighter.
Yeah.
She's not, like, more violent or less violent or...
No, and all the questions Batman's asking, he didn't get to those from anything. It's just... When he's like, how far will she go? It's like, well, how far has she gone so far? She's kind of just doing what you do. I mean, that's the question with... That's the question with every new vigilante that shows up, is, are they going to act like you, or are they going to go too far over the line? Will they kill people, etc., etc.?
But if you're gonna hang a whole movie around this, I need to immediately be like, oh, she's really interesting. I want to know more about her.
Yeah, we should have had some interaction with them in that first scene.
Mm-hmm.
So that we have a reason to be interested. And after we did that already with Batgirl, it just feels like a rehash, right?
Yeah. Why are we fighting?
Maybe it's supposed to be interesting because she's got gadgets.
Yeah.
And so, where does she get her money from?
Oh, you have
a jet.
That would actually be explained.
I kind of got a jet, and then she sort of has a jet.
Yeah. It's very clever.
No, and there's no reason right away to expect that that'll be answered. Sure.
No, because I immediately said that, and I was just kind of joking, because I assumed it's a cartoon. I'm not.
Yeah, like, do we
get questions?
Sure, and if this was in the show, maybe you would expect more of an explanation, because you kind of know more where you stand with the material.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so far removed from all that.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, the fact that it's made by some of the same people, maybe we should be able to hold it to those story standards. And then the problem is, it's not as good as most of the other stuff they made, so I don't think it's as dull as Sub-Zero.
Oh,
but I don't even know if the dialogue writing in this is as good as it is in Sub-Zero.
So far, I just feel like people are saying things.
Yeah.
Call me a freak? You're doing Luke Cage cosplay on the job? I swear I've seen Luke Cage in that exact turtleneck in New Avengers.
That's awesome.
Oh, I guess this predates New Avengers, so maybe Luke Cage is doing that guy cosplay.
Okay. Luke Cage saw one Batman movie, and because all things are relative, he thought this was great. Look at the guy with the black eye. What are you eating? Macaroni and cheese? Oh, it's pancakes. It's square pancakes!
Oh, she's like Electra. Always a well-reasoned argument.
Now you go to college, and you hook up with a superhero that is 10 years your elder. You do what I say.
Like a real responsible girl.
That's right. The mystery of the Batwoman. That's what we hope to discover. Meanwhile, back at the Cameron...
I was going to say that building's name is Cameron. I wonder what's inside Cameron. I'm so bored. that's what he was doing. He's just sitting back there like, ah.
That was just you.
No,
you're so bored.
No, that's exactly like what Bruce Wayne was doing. He was just.
You know, we're trying to make a couple of characters look a little bit older than this. In this, we're not doing it with Alfred though. He's just the same as he's always been.
I'm so tired of solving mysteries. Why can't they just give me the answers at the beginning?
He's like, okay. I'll go rob gift wrap. I miss working for the Joker. That's fun.
Me too. I also miss working for the Joker.
The first time I saw this, I remember kind of having a hard time not falling asleep. That is what I remember. Look, Eric's having that same problem right now.
There's just no pop.
Yeah.
It's having similar problems to Sub-Zero, but at least, like, I feel like the story is moving.
Yeah.
Like, it's got that over Sub-Zero. I don't feel like Sub-Zero could be broken into, like, 3 scenes.
And I wasn't immediately disinterested in...
That's funny.
In the characters in that movie. It was just kind of wasted space.
Oh, you had leopard pants.
That movie just had kind of too routine and standard of a story. And
umbrella.
You know, needed some costume stuff and maybe more scope to warrant the...
How'd that work?
You know, movie.
I know it's a cartoon, but...
This is already doing more costume stuff, and I'm still kind of as bored as I was watching Sub-Zero.
Pull our headphones out.
I know.
The audio's gonna play, we're gonna get flagged. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for everybody.
We're gonna get flagged for the 3 seconds of mystery of the Batwoman that got caught on the camera.
They're going real broad with the comedy with these guys.
It's weird. And again, I'm not saying the superhero thing has to be like constantly in costume to keep me interested, but if I'm not real engaged in the character stuff, then I need something else to latch onto.
The gangster. But and like I don't.
I mean, some of the most compelling stuff in Phantasm is obviously out of costume. All the flashback stuff is riveting.
Yeah, I'm not saying it needs to be like super in costume, but like
I'm just saying with that
with the opening score, like this should be more like noir-y. It should be these 3 women that we're poising to possibly be Mystery of the Batwoman should have some edge to them. They should be interesting. I don't know.
And they need to be really distinct.
Because I think you could play this like a detective story, and because I don't think he's thinking, I just met 3 women today, and one of them could be the Batwoman.
No, and he probably should be.
It should be a story that involves these 3 disparate women.
He should have a reason to think that at least at least one of them maybe is a good potential culprit. Not culprit. She hasn't necessarily done anything wrong, but
the most disrespected. What about Rupert Thorne?
Wait, did you take her out to where you took Andrea when the bats flew out of the... It sure looks like that same place.
That's where he takes all the ladies.
Oh, okay. Is this where you take all the women you date? No, you're the first one.
Oh, she's Kathy. So it's probably her, right? I mean, her last name's not Kane, but...
I totally forgot what her name was. Look, I'm not going to tell you, okay? But I'm pretty sure when you find out, you're going to go, oh. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we're spending a lot of time with this one, so I'm assuming it's not going to be the girl with the Play-Doh.
I think this is a lot more fun than if we both had seen this film.
Because I'm just going to keep asking?
Because the only thing keeping you watching is the fact that you don't know that and that we're on camera. If you had seen this, you'd probably be like, oh, God, do we have to watch this?
When that contract I signed, I get kicked out of the house if I don't watch all the Batman movies with you.
Now that everybody knows about it, I'm going to post it online, just make it harder for you to get out of it. No, Judge, he signed it, and we know at least 3,000-4,000 people that are aware of it.
Look, that's his blood. So you signed documents, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't have posted the black and white version.
So she is just movie Elektra.
That's a good point.
Which comes out this year, yes?
No.
03?
No, that's later. Daredevil was 03.
That's what I'm saying. And this is 03.
I thought you meant, like, the movie Elektra. You mean...
No.
You mean Elektra in the Daredevil movie.
Yeah.
You're right, it is the same year. I guess the stars aligned and they just all were thinking of that. She should really get different gloves.
Okay, so it's not her because that's who Batman thinks it is. Well, her name's Kathy Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Her name's Kathy Duquesne.
With a weird spelling.
Yeah. But she's Kathy Kane.
See, it's funny because when I first saw this, I didn't know who Kathy Kane was.
Mm-hmm.
Just Kathy Duquesne. That's kind of creative.
Yeah.
I like the spelling. Oh my God, this Bat computer! Oh, this is the weirdest Bat cave. Dude, this
Look,
Bat cave.
He's got mine sitting over there.
He does. What is that for? This Bat cave is really bad. Why is it so purple, Eric? There's no atmosphere to this cave.
There's no atmosphere to anything in this movie.
Mm-mm. Look, the only reason we're here is because we said we would do everything with Batman in the title, okay? She doesn't have a jet, she has a goblin glider.
Yeah.
It is cool that they got Rupert Thorne's voice back.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what happened to him that took him out of animated series, because he's in it for a while and then he's never in it again.
Isn't it just the transition from animated series to New Adventures?
Maybe, I forget. I thought maybe there was specifically an episode where he gets taken out, where he's finally caught.
Maybe? I don't remember.
Because, of course, he's one of these mob bosses that tries to fly under the radar.
Yeah. Ooh, she's got martial art moves.
Yeah.
What is the card thing? We set that up earlier where he was like playing with cards.
Yeah.
What is that? That's never been a thing with him.
I'm not sure why they went back to him. He could have just as easily been some other mob boss, or, you know, maybe they didn't want to make up somebody new because they have so many new characters.
Wonder who's gonna bring in.
Ah. It's a weird shot, weird angle. They're kind of doing a little bit of gratuitous eye candy stuff.
Yeah. Surprising Paul Dini did not work on this.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Catwoman short he wrote?
Uh-huh.
She's dressed...
Wait, remind me, what was that Catwoman short?
On the Year One DVD, he does that short with Catwoman.
Oh, did he do that one?
Oh, he wrote it.
Okay.
It's like 7 minutes long, and like 5 of that is her doing a striptease. That's not true, but that's basically how I remember it.
His voice is different, too.
So...
But that might have been on purpose, trying to get him past puberty and stuff.
So nobody at school knows about game facts?
And we have the internet now, so...
Hey, look! They invented Felicity.
Hey, they did! You're right!
Oh no, my worlds are colliding. Do you know the origin of that expression? What is the red in the painting the town red? Like, I don't understand what that, like, originally means.
I don't either.
What was that a thing kids used to do for kicks?
Look, it's just not a thing I know right away, okay? I don't know.
I prefer to paint things black. Like red doors.
Yeah, I guess Thorne didn't go to prison or anything. The last time we see him is in Second Chance when Two-Face tries to restore his face.
Okay.
So yeah, they just stopped using him.
Does Bullet Kate Bruce Wayne? Is that a thing?
I mean, we know he doesn't care for Batman that much. There's the Iceberg Lounge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm way off base on that. Maybe he, like, reopens it in one of Dini's issues, and that was the first time I saw it, so I assumed that was an opening.
Well, so the Iceberg Lounge just sounds like Batman Beyond, or Batman and Robin, then.
Is that girl Ricky Martin? Like, it sounds like a Ricky Martin song,
it does.
Yeah?
There were a couple of female artists right then that had this kind of Latin stuff going on.
I love my job. Did you see how bored that girl was? Look at her. Look how bored she is.
She just really wishes she was Zatanna.
If Paul Dini was writing it, it would be Zatanna.
Wow, that guy's suit was clashing real bad. Like, the purple was fine, but the blue shirt with the purple, that was weird.
That's weird.
Ozzy. It's weird that more people don't call Oswald Cobblepot Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not pretend like this is the first time you've tried to go straight.
This voice is really familiar.
Yeah, and it fits Penguin better the more I listen to it. I'm just so used to a particular Penguin from that show. They've completely reinvented him. But I don't remember the Penguin episode or episodes from 4, so...
Yeah, maybe they changed the voice there. Because they changed Scarecrow to Jeffrey Combs there.
Yeah. This design for the club's not bad.
No. There's a... that dress is really similar to a dress Jezebel Jet wears early on in Morrison's run. But it's purple instead of...
and there's Bane. And as always, he's just muscle.
I still got the lips out.
Yep.
I don't love the designs in animated series. I really don't like this design.
Yeah, same here. I don't know if it still has the spikes on the...
I mean, Over the Edge is great and everything, but this design is not great.
Yeah. Yeah, Over the Edge is the only place where it even remotely feels like Bane, and that didn't even happen. You'd think after Over the Edge, she would maybe have had a conversation with Bruce, and that might have been the place where they stopped dating.
So what I'm trying to figure out is if... Because she's Kathy Duquesne, I'm trying to figure out if that's them playing with me and knowing that people are going to know that.
That someone is going to know who that is, yeah.
Or if they assumed people wouldn't know, and that's just clearly who she is. Because, I mean, she went to the restroom, and then Batwoman attacks Penguin, but that could be misdirect. I mean, we haven't spent...
That's kind of fun and creepy. These waitress ladies that just have these giant smiles on their faces while they're beating the crap out of people.
Yeah, they remind me of... there's two henchwomen in Diamonds Are Forever that are kind of like this.
And I was obviously immediately reminded of the Joker girls.
Riddler girls.
No,
yes?
the Joker girls in Return of the
yes.
Joker.
Dee Dee and Dee
Dee, yeah. They like to go to this a lot, right? With like specifically two hench women that seem to kind of have the same brains.
Yeah.
It's just the most generic score. It's like we just couldn't pay anybody. And again, the animation doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like it should be on television.
Mm-hmm.
But it's direct-to-video, so that's fine.
You know, it looks like that show did.
To me, it doesn't look cheap.
No.
But it sounds cheap. Did you see that guy's face?
No.
He had this expression when he came, when Batman sent him flying toward the camera, he was like this, he was like, ah!
I've been noting, like, all of the extras and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they've designed a lot of background characters, which is, again, not a thing we do.
They actually give them faces?
Video.
Yeah, and that water looks really cool.
Yeah. No, Gotham tends to be kind of barren in a lot of the more recent efforts.
Every time somebody plants a bomb that looks like that, I want to go to that tick joke. Oops! Air freshener! We could have done all this in a lot less time, right?
Yeah.
Ah! That's Bane. He does have that weird choker thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to like really change.
Why were we concealing him like that? It's almost like it was... They didn't play it like a big reveal, but they kept him there. Maybe it's just because it's supposed to be big, scary, and creepy. Yeah, but they showed enough of him. It was obviously Bane.
Although I didn't know there were any other villains in this. I didn't know like Penguin and Bane are in this. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole question all the way through is whether or not Batwoman is friend or foe, so you have to have another villain at least.
Mm-hmm.
Although you wouldn't have to. The whole thing could just be intrigue, as opposed to bad guy plot.
Well, and this seems like...
What exactly is she after?
This seems like the kind of story that they would think is so interesting that they could just have, like, generic mob bad guys, but then the story's not interesting,
Good point,
so it becomes real boring.
Well, you're right, because it's not just costume bad guys. You also have Thorns. We have 3 bad guys right now. But one's just working for Thorn.
Oh, she said she can't be? She must be.
And I love how they paused there. I mean, the pacing in this is off all over the place. But I love the big pause there where it's almost like shouting in the eye, "She can't be Batwoman, audience!"
And I don't like her design. It doesn't fit with the rest of this world. Like, she doesn't look like she belongs here.
You think?
Is that just me? It's something about her hair, maybe?
The eyes are weird.
Yeah, the eyes are weird. She doesn't feel like she's part of this aesthetic.
She almost would fit better in the previous aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Those eyes are just weird and creepy, and they look like they belong to an Easter bunny or something. Yeah, I said that. She has Easter bunny eyes. Oh, once again, let me reiterate that Duquesne cannot be Batwoman!
It's not possible.
Oh, it's sure nice of that train to conveniently come by so that Batman could make his exit. That would have been really awkward if that train hadn't come by. I'm a cute kid and always happy.
I was going to say, I appreciate your slang, but you're going to have to explain it to me. What is tight?
Why is everything so heavy in the future? Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull? Every time Rocky's on screen, I just want it to go da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm in prison.
That's the opposite of okay. When you look up okay in the dictionary, you do not see a dude in prison.
But you may see a fourth or fifth definition that says not in prison.
The opposite of in prison. You know, I might not be Supergirl, but there's a chance I might be Batwoman. What is he doing with his face? Like, all he's doing is touching his head. Just, like, everywhere. Constantly.
I thought the point was that they were soundproof.
No! Kevin, come back! I need you to design our logo! Make it a 7-Eleven! Sad music. Batman's coming.
It's just.
Is Batman coming? Yeah, there he is. You every time. You never have a door open like that, and it's not Batman.
Just checks her message. It's just a message from Daredevil. Where it's like Rocky. I'm sorry. You're so distant. And where do you go at night?
Every time I wake up alone. Your computer doesn't look as goofy as mine.
But it still doesn't have...
I'm imagining Kevin... I'm imagining that prisoner Kevin guy as a martial artist, where like he's doing his martial arts stuff, and then he just like starts messing with his face, and then he starts fighting it. He's just like, he can't stop touching himself.
He's hitting pressure points to make his war face.
Oh, so he's able to do the death touch?
Yeah.
You remember the death touch?
I do remember the death touch.
That is one of my favorite things in this show. Is in the original animated series. Is when they start circling each other in that music.
That's an episode that I saw the end of as a kid. And went around telling people I could kill him with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
But I could never remember like...
That stuck with all of us kids, man.
Well, and I could never really remember like anything else about the episode, except there's an episode where Batman's gonna...
The cards are because it's a high-stakes game. See, it's symbolic.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's a metaphor.
And then you and Steve did the episode for Bat Chat, and I was like, oh, that's the episode. And I did not go rewatch it.
Oh, you should have. And when they do the follow-up, they do the standoff thing again.
Oh, cool.
I think they do it again. I can't remember. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong now.
Is that Night of the Ninja?
Yeah. There's their cheerful associate.
Yeah.
It's really hard to not want to just start snapping at this movie, right?
You're not as interesting as you think you are.
Well, that was weird.
Bane is ready.
Did that art feel like flatter than the rest of this?
No.
On his face?
No, I mean, he's got a flat face.
I also want carte blanche, Eric.
Yeah. I didn't. I walked in.
If only anybody who worked on this show had read Vengeance of Bane, he would have been a more interesting character. Like, you can tell. Nobody went back and read that material.
Well, I always got the impression...
Or if they did, they didn't fall in love with it like I did.
I always got the impression that they don't like Bane and were, like, asked to do Bane. They're like, it's a stupid new character.
Yeah. That's true, but it's not like they were purists. I mean, they would make up their own new characters. I wouldn't think that they would dislike a character just because it was new.
They seemed to not like most new characters. Like
really?
Yeah, well, because they thought they were all generic.
That's not a Batman thing to do.
What?
Oh, I was so sure this time. Like, just the way he's frustrated. He seems like a real watered down version of this character, and I don't know if you're noticing this because we're talking a lot, but Conroy's off this movie.
Yeah. No, it feels like it could be anybody.
The register's wrong. I mean, it's clearly Conroy, but the register's off. He sounds too high pitched. Like, it's almost like they're making brighter, more less dark material, and so he's trying to lighten up his voiceover. But I didn't feel like he did that even in the season 4 stuff, and that was supposed to be more family oriented.
That's what they said. I've always thought season 4 was darker than the previous 3.
Well, it was a Warner's mandate, so I always thought that was Bruce Timm and his team kind of pushing back on that.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, fine, we'll do this 10-year-old Robin, and we'll kind of mute some things visually, but we're going to tell some darker stories.
Because there's that Clayface story that's just horrifying.
I haven't seen that in so long. Well, and of course,
so it's the cop? It is the cop. Oh, it's all 3 of them? That's what's going on? I mean, I guess that's kind of a twist. Is like, which one of these is it? Oh, it's all of them.
Okay, so, and again, I may be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. The issue is, they just basically came out and told us it's all 3 of them. They think we still don't know.
From this point on, they think we still don't know?
They think we still don't know, so they will play it as a massive reveal, but they've already told it to us.
Weird. Okay. Because
I guess the fact that they didn't just come out and say, "Oh, they've all been in that suit," means we're not supposed to get that, and that we think that they're accomplices or something.
No, but that's immediately when I was like, "Oh, it's all."
That's what I did too the first time I saw this, and again, I might be remembering it wrong, but I'm pretty sure there is a point where they're gonna make a big deal out of it. And the way it watches is they just told us before Batman knows it, so now Batman's got to catch up to us.
Yeah.
No, it's a missed opportunity. That could have been really cool if it was just a smarter story. If those 3 characters, if we were more invested in those characters, and
she likes drawing the ladies. She likes drawing them a lot, and they like being drawn. No connection.
Yeah, see, we're still doing this investigation stuff. But they've already told us. And isn't it kind of, like, random and arbitrary that we know this now?
Oh, and look, now she's in the costume.
Yeah. And you're already taking a big risk in making the whole crux of your story who's in that costume after Phantasm and Return of the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
It starts to feel like that's just all we do with these.
Yeah. Introduce a new character. Who is it?
Yeah.
That felt like there was some missing frames when she put the mask on.
That felt like there was some missing frames right there. We lingered on a still image for a good 8 seconds.
It would have been interesting if that was Renee Montoya and not a new character.
Yeah.
Because she later is in a relationship
what I always
with Batwoman, and then is the question.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no way they could have known
retroactively, that's interesting. But it would be interesting, too, if...
we actually built on characters that we already had.
If it was a character that we were already familiar with, because we wouldn't immediately suspect that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I want to like the idea of, it's all 3 of them. I can't say I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all in cahoots together.
Yeah, there were no red herrings.
And I'm still not sure what's supposed to be so interesting about them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, about what Batwoman herself is doing.
Mm-hmm. It makes me wonder...
What would have been really cool would have been if at the end, like Phantasm, we don't know until right at the end, and we get 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have 3 costumes and they all show up together.
It makes me wonder if you go back and, like, you really pay attention, if there's different ones voice acting in different scenes.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I remember thinking before that they deliberately have one of them voicing her whenever she's in costume, but I don't know if I'm right about that. It's been too long. On paper, there's potentially a movie here.
You know, I don't...
It's just real uninspired.
I know a lot about laws and things, but seems like International Wires is just the place to be, man.
Yeah. It's like Swiss bank accounts.
Yeah.
Except it's way more ambiguous. It's just international waters that are not in the jurisdiction of our government.
You can do anything in International Wires. Get a bunch of monkeys knife fighting, like anything.
Were you just looking at your lack of watch? Or was that a watch? She sketched your face! I'm the world's greatest detective!
Don't you lie to me, I figured this out!
Batman's real self-conscious in this movie, right? He's like, oh, I for sure, I thought I had it this time! I thought for sure it was the only possible answer! And I know it was you! Because I'm Batman! Ah!
I don't know, 3 women right now, that's be one of you. You all know each other.
Can only be one.
Oh. But I didn't, because I'm Batman.
Okay, maybe it's not expecting that we don't know that. It's just weird that Batman has to catch up to us. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was remembering that right, but I remember the first time I saw this going, I know this already.
Have you done a rewind on this one? So a lot of meat for you to go into on this.
I haven't watched this movie in... I think I saw it once after that first time for some reason. I can't imagine why I went back to this, but I probably haven't seen it in 10 years. Batman is a shark!
It's nice that Robin's driving. We got her. We got the one and only Batwoman.
And maybe they do put 3 on screen. It's been so long since I've seen this, I can't even remember. But it would have been cool if, like, that was the big reveal. Maybe. What? Stop playing with cards! That's not a thing you do! Thor needs to forget his lucky deck, okay? Yeah. Thor, yeah. Forget your lucky deck! I mean, if that is the big mystery, you do want Batman to be able to solve it. So, like, maybe the way to reveal it wouldn't have been for 3 to show up, but maybe we could, like, learn that finally, and then it happens. I don't know. We're just giving it kind of early with a title called Mystery of the Batwoman.
What if it was called Mystery of the Batwoman? Just gives away, like, right there. Just right there.
Be awesome. Batman figures it out because he rents the DVD.
Everyone figures this out immediately, that there's more than one.
Everybody is way smarter than Batman. Crush his head! Crush his head! Do you feel like you're in charge?
I just told you that, like, I hate him and I don't care about him. Why would you think that would intimidate me?
Also, if you hold that close enough to her face, she might get gassed.
And then she's gonna die or
something. What? Yeah, exactly.
Harm will come to her.
Glass!
I'm glad I made a glass-proof cape.
In the middle of this fight, Batman's like, okay, but just so everybody knows, I figured it out first, okay? Okay? I know, like, there's 3 of them, okay? Because I'm Batman! Ah, this music. It's painful.
Is that Joker acid?
It's so bad. It sounds like they just library stock music. It's so bad.
Right, but it's from one specific person's library.
Eric, did you see that gun? It's like something out of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And Bane's got a starship. Oh.
Wait, you didn't say, like, senor or anything with that line. How am I supposed to know that he's Hispanic?
He's not Hispanic, he's Spanish.
Is he Spanish?
Yeah, okay. I think. He's not from Mexico.
No, but he's got the luchador thing.
Yeah.
Is that a Spain thing? I thought that was like I thought that was specifically like Mexico. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean he's from South America.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. But you notice we do that a lot with Bane?
Yeah.
Like, not in the comics, but anytime he's voiced, it's like throw in as many Spanish phrases as we can come up with.
Yeah, we don't do it in the comics, like you said. But I don't have a problem with Bane's thing being saying Senor Batman. I think that's fun. Okay, we get it!
Make sure he says amigo, senor, what are other ones that we just use a lot? There's another one I just had. Amigo. I said amigo. No.
Yo quiero Batman.
He loves Batman?
Yeah, it's the last thing you would expect him to say. It's real distracting. That smile was weird. No, I'm charming, really! And I'm a good detective!
I figured out your friends thought you were so smart, but I figured it out. You're not so smart, not as smart as me. Essay. I bet she says essay. That was the one I was trying to think of.
Yeah, I'm dumb. That is just a Mexican thing.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't know things about.
Well, then that begs the question: why does he have a luchador mask if he's from South America?
Yeah,
that's a character inconsistency.
I don't know.
Although I've never liked that we do the luchador mask because I always got the impression that it was an aesthetic design inspiration in the real world, but was not meant to literally be a luchador mask. And I think a lot of times we make it literally a luchador mask.
Yeah. Yes, I thought Bane was always supposed to be from somewhere more exotic. I don't think he's ever from Mexico.
No, he's from San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where this guy's from.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And now we have a Bane fight.
Although in Young Justice he's voiced by Danny Trejo, so I'm pretty sure that one might be from Mexico.
Wow, Batman should not ever talk ever in this movie. Just no talking, Batman.
But we gotta
do that thing. Where we zoom in on the bomb as it counts down.
Yeah. Well, he didn't stop at one. It always stops at one in the show.
You always gotta blow something up. That's a Bruce Timm thing. We just cannot get away from explosions in the third act.
But Bruce Timm didn't work on this.
But I mean a Bruce Timm continuity thing. These projects, they always blow something up.
It's because it's big. It's epic. So wait, I never got an explanation.
It's not always bad. It's cool
for how they got a glider, let alone 3 gliders.
Yeah.
I guess the scientist chick made them. Is that what I'm to believe? Also,
you know what she did? She went to a car and she took her magic stick and she poked the car and then it turned into a goblin glider.
Also, I know we're talking over it, so I probably missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she involved?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time keeping track of their motivations and stuff because I'm just not invested.
Because Thorne did something to the cop.
Right.
The crime boss chick is the crime boss chick.
And then science chick is sympathetic to their cause.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Oh, she's on fire!
I've lost track.
She's just a girl and she's on fire!
Is that science chick?
Yeah, that's science chick. She's the blonde one.
That's yeah, go science chick! I like you for some reason! Oh, yeah, they do have multiple Batwomen all at the same time.
You've been given the least backstory, but your name's Rocky, so I like you.
So we like you! Oh, maybe it has something to do with the jail guy?
Oh, yeah, something
that whole thing
jail guy.
With touch your face too much, man?
Yeah. Oh, man, they just played chicken with boats. It's not something you see every day.
We can make this more cliche as if it was raining.
Chickens don't even go on the water. It's not really chicken. Was it duck? Were they playing duck?
Hi, I'm Robin.
Batman, I just forgot my suit. Chicks dig a boat.
See, she's cooler than Batman in this because when she has nothing clever to say, she just doesn't talk. Yeah, go science chick! Yeah, I gotta have a
venom suit. I have this button that makes me stronger.
I could have done this whole time. I don't know why I didn't. What is it with season 4 and Bane? Did they just decide they like this aesthetic more? Because they just, for whatever reason, when I think of that season, I think of Bane immediately. Did they use him a lot, or is it just my imagination?
No, I think he's only in Over the Edge.
Is he only in Over the Edge?
One other episode.
All right. It's just weird that he's here. I guess they just needed a minion.
Yeah, this would have been a cool place to bring in something that we hadn't used yet, like Deadshot. Like this could be Deadshot. Like, wouldn't that be cool? He's a Batman villain. He's a hired gun.
I guess.
Just pull him in out of nowhere.
I tend to not care when Deadshot shows up, but
yeah, you're wrong. I mean, I'm not saying he would have been interesting.
We don't adapt him well much of the time, is what I'm saying. I don't mean necessarily in comics, just in these things.
Well, in Justice League, he's Kevin Spacey.
Is he really?
Well, it's Rosenbaum doing Kevin Spacey.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You told me about that.
You know,
Rescue me! You're my dad!
I'm excited for when these go up day after day, like in a sequence, and my beard just, like, grows out and goes back in, and grows out and goes back in. I'm excited for that. I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, you also have a stupid superpower. Your superpower is stupid. You know, whenever they've taken the Batwoman mask off, it always looks weird because it doesn't look like a mask. It doesn't look like fabric. It's so silvery, it looks like a helmet. Wah! Yeah, go science check! Get him!
I have no idea why you're involved in this story.
I don't even care what your motivation is at this point. I like you for no reason. Get him!
Throw a batarang at their face.
You know, when she had her weird stick thing that makes art out of no kind of inspiration, I thought I was thinking it might have been cool to like compare that to other like space or like alien technology and stuff that we've had in these shows, because that's a real Kryptonian kind of thing.
Ha ha!
You're see, she only talks when she has something clever to say. That wasn't that great.
Also, I tend to think of penguins with ice.
Yeah, right.
Less than water.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too, but I'm going to ignore everything that doesn't work with her now because I've decided arbitrarily that I like her for no reason. Take his mask off! It's really easy!
Bane, I know you want to, like, fight, but this boat's going down, and maybe we should both bail and, like, we can do this another day. He totally just tried to leave! He totally just tried to leave!
But I will break you! Okay, well, I can't argue with that. I guess we're going to fight some more. Does this feel completely out of place in this movie?
Yeah, it feels like this has nothing to do with the plot of the film.
Ow, my head.
Ha!
Oh, see, we set that up earlier.
Yeah.
See, isn't that great?
Spiderweb. Estupido!
Estupido! Oh my god. He can't break it. Oh, no.
No!
Oh, no, he broke his venom juice holders.
Oh, no. I'm still a big, jacked guy.
He's like, shouldn't that be more of a problem somehow? Busted up his tubes. Kind of need those. All right.
I'm just slightly less muscular. Yeah, he'll be back.
Bane, you sounded...
I actually don't know if
I
he
don't
ever...
think...
Well, no, because obviously Batman Beyond. He makes
Oh, that's right. Was this the accident?
Yeah, this is the accident. Canonically, this is the accident. I don't.
Bane sounded suspiciously like Mojo Jojo when he dropped off that bridge or that boat. He should have been like, "Crisis! Come on, science lady! Yes! Oh, it's not the one I care about for no reason." Nope, don't use the inspirational music. I don't care. It's not Science Chick.
I still don't know if I like your methods, but I respect you. There she is.
Yeah, Science Chick!
You don't even know which one she is.
No, I do!
She's the blonde one!
I know that! That was the blonde one. And I know! No, initially I thought it was going to be Science Chick when it was the other girl that just showed up, and then I was like, oh.
Do you ever think what it's like in other cities where they don't have explosions on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Do you think this job's easier?
More importantly, why don't we all move there?
I mean, look, I like being a firefighter, but it's maybe too many fires to fight.
And this is what it would have looked like if we saved the Titanic.
I think we're gonna say the day. This is what a triumphant ending to a well done.
Wouldn't that be really an anticlimactic way for Gordon to go out? He's just trying to help Batman limp along, and then he breaks his back, and he's done, and he's no longer in law enforcement. That was weird. He helps Batman limp along so that he can stand there triumphantly.
So Gordon just found out the detective on his staff has been a secret crime fighting vigilante, and there's no reaction?
Well, I guess she's leaving.
Yeah, but he didn't have a reaction then. He wasn't like,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw the book at you. Well, all right.
He also dropped
I didn't see it on his face.
$2.99.
Well, I'm not a cop.
No, how he keeps from crossing it. It's the GPD.
Is it? That's weird.
Well, that's what it said on her badge.
That's weird.
You know, somebody really needs to give the police department more funding so they can turn on their ceiling fans.
Yeah, it's weird because the way we have done
the... 18 ceiling fans in this room, and they're not...
Well, it's weird because when you look at the fans...
No train or anything.
And you look at those, it's like we understand what noir is supposed to look like. But, like, we're not actually doing the shadows. We're like, here's these fans that would make some great shadows. Here's these curtains that would make some great shadows.
Somebody designed it to turn them on, and then they were like, yeah, we're out of money. We're not even going to turn on the ceiling fans. We're not going to animate this.
Blinds. They're not curtains. They're blinds. That line doesn't make sense.
I never would have thought of that. For a computer geek, you're pretty smart. What?
How do you get out?
The guards just got sick of watching him touch his face all the time, so they managed to get him.
No,
get him
I already told you. We're done. We're finished. I'm a free man. Hey, is that chick single?
Are you so shifty-eyed? What is that car? The other car!
Wait, whoa. Barbara's at college, and he's just picking up a chick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool. Yeah, I mean, he's already creepy, but now he's also kind of a scuzzball on top of it, and I don't like this Batman. This is not my Batman.
That phone call really should have been like, yeah, you remember back when we dated? Yeah, that was weird. We shouldn't have done that, right? Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Remember how my ward also dated you? Yeah, we don't talk about that.
That was Dago. Oh, I immediately lost interest in you. Sorry, I've already got a girl that dresses up like me, and that's kind of a thing for me.
That's why he goes after her. And he would have been cool dating any or all three of them because they all dress up like him.
Oh, is that it? Is that Batman just likes chicks that dress up like him?
Yeah,
because he loves him so much.
That's what it is.
And so he just had to date Barbara, but he's like, oh man, an age-appropriate girl that dresses like me.
Yeah,
what is this? What is this?
Yeah, this is a... Yeah, suddenly it's a mid-'80s action show? I mean, that's what we're doing with this, right?
Kimberly Brooks, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, like don't do this, because none of these people are...
Kelly Ripa is somebody. I've heard of that name.
Yeah, this sound... Whatever this song is trying to sound like some other artist that was popular then, but I can't.
Okay, so there is a fourth person that voices just Batwoman.
Voice just Batwoman.
David Steers. I don't know that name, but that voice. Oh, it's Kevin Michael Richardson. Okay, so that's who that guy was.
Yeah.
I thought it might be him, but then I wasn't sure. That guy's last name was Elizondo, and that's pretty cool. Zondo. That's good. We're glad you were here for 2 minutes to establish how creepy everything is. Just set the tone. Set the tone for the whole movie.
Well,
I wouldn't build a song
through that.
I wouldn't build a song around the hook of "Betcha Never."
Yeah,
that's a mistake. just on the writing level, that's a mistake. I generally stick away from hooks that have commas in them.
Yeah, but see, it fits the theme of the movie, Eric, because it's betting and the stakes are high.
Sure.
You see...
Then just say bet you.
Yeah.
Not betcha. So, I've now watched that.
You've now watched that. You ever gonna go back and watch it again?
No.
To get a better sense of what's going on? Are you curious enough to actually watch this movie?
I think it's slightly better than Sub-Zero.
I think they're maybe on par. They have different.
I mean, Sub-Zero looks better.
Yeah.
I think this is slightly more entertaining.
Yeah.
Like if Sub-Zero is like a 1, this is like a 1.2.
It just sucks because
as far as entertaining goes,
this is a team that has done relatively good intrigue before. And that's what this movie should be, and it's not that.
Betcha Never by Dave James, Alan Ross, and Natasha Bedingfield. I feel like Natasha Bedingfield's someone. Consultant Paul Dini. Hey, Paul, we were thinking about making a movie and having like Batwoman. You think that's a good idea?
What color should the gloves be? We're not going to tell you what the rest of the costume looks like.
Pink? I don't know if pink goes with gray.
Yeah, but you said it's Batwoman, right? Yeah, make them pink. All right. So yeah, we watched that.
We did it.
So it's gonna be weird going from this to our next film because for you folks, tomorrow we're gonna do Batman Begins.
Yeah. But it's also gonna be weird going from Batman Begins to Batman vs. Dracula.
Yeah, that'll be strange too. But at least those are both things that are really good.
And then Dark Knight. So we're gonna have like kind of grounded, realistic, and then vampires. I'm excited for the vampires.
Well, Dark Knight's not right after that. We'll have that vignette thing before that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Gotham Knights.
Yeah. That comes out before Dark Knight.
Yep.
Well, anyway,
like a month before.
As always, for watching, we sure appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow with another one. I am Captain Logan.
I'm Eric.
Thanks for watching.
Sorry, I was distracted. It says Behind the Mystery.
Yeah. This actually had special features, which is weird.
Not on Sub-Zero, which we're actually interested to know how it turned out to be what it is, but this one...
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Bye, everybody.
Right. See you later, folks.